Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So, do we have a first signal that it starts to go up? at least we have a very first tiny, I wouldn't even call it indication, but at least we have something that you could call a double bottom here. It's at least slowing down the downtrend for now, but again, it's not time to become super excited about it because we did that here as well. Yeah, we had a higher low, we had a higher low here. You get these corrective moves to the upside also in a downtrend. So at the moment, from my point of view, I mean, there is no rush to start to move up because we are still in the support area. And I gave you in the previous video the next key target or support, which would be here at, oops, let me zoom out. That is the 88.7% Fibonacci retracement at 242. That is certainly an important Fibonacci retracement level that is measured by taking the height of the wave 1, which topped here in June 22 and yeah, from the beginning obviously in 2020. So the 88.7% Fib is highly relevant. We are currently in the region between the 88.7 Fib and the 78.6 Fib. They are both relevant Fibonacci areas and retracements for a wave 2 in which we are. However, in this wave 2, I believe we are obviously in this kind of, in a C wave. Yeah? And in this C wave, we completed already a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and we're probably now in the 5th wave. That 5th wave, however, doesn't stop. It doesn't seem to stop. And however, only last week we reached the ideal target for a 3rd wave, which is the 1.618 extension. Here at 277, basically. That's still where we're hovering now in that region. Yeah, so we are sort of in that region around the 1.618 Fib extension. And yeah, we haven't really broken below it substantially, so we're still hovering around in that area. You know, it's still unchanged. In this C wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think a wave 4 could still be coming. Again, there is no rush for it. We are still in the support area. However, it should ideally start that 4th wave before breaking below the 88.7% Fib level at 242, yeah, or 243. Again, I'm not telling you it couldn't go even below it. I mean, there were a few people. Oh, no, there was one comment in the recent video, someone who said, doesn't matter what the TA says, it will go below $2 or something, which it can do. I mean, I'm not telling you it won't. The downtrend goes as long as it goes, really. We are certainly in a downtrend. All I'm saying is that we probably see a wave 4 before we go even lower. In fact, a few days ago, I talked about another, possibly 30% decrease or so, or maybe even more in Natgas, just by looking at the indicators. I mean, it's not the first time I'm showing you now the monthly MACD, which is just deep in the red here. But it started at a pretty high level. Back in November it crossed, or December. And again, whenever that happened in the Natgas history, it normally led to another 60-70% decrease. Now that already happened in December or November. Yeah, and since then we already dropped quite a bit. But, we still have a bit more space to drop, and the MACD line is still very high. And yeah, also on the monthly, the RSI really only just crossed into the bearish range. So I think we still have more way to go. I mean, on the weekly now, we see here that we get into the oversold range on the RSI, which doesn't mean we have to reverse. We don't even see a divergence. It just means we have a strong downtrend, yeah. On the daily, yeah, we see a slight slowing down of the downtrend at the moment, but really only the first green candle since the last drop. And yeah, I mean, also here no bullish divergence really. Yeah, I mean, from that low to that low, but I'm not sure how relevant that still is. No, here in the most recent local history, we haven't really seen any bullish divergence, and the MACD is now slowly starting to go into the positive, but price action still needs to confirm. So it basically means the downtrend for me is still ongoing. Yeah, we are still in a large downtrend. What could happen now at any time is this recovery in a 4th wave. Absolutely, I'm waiting for that. but I don't see any, let's call it, reliable signal that this has started yet. Yeah? A reliable signal would, for example, be on, let's say, the 30-minute chart or even on the 5-minute chart, a 5-wave impulse to the upside, a first 5-wave move up. I cannot call this an impulse, absolutely not. It looks very much like a 3-wave structure, A, B, and C. So yeah, no reliable signal that this is already reversing. I mean, we might have a first tiny signal if we break back above the recent swing high here, 290. Better would be a break above the 305 level. And if we talk about targets for the 4th wave, these obviously shift a little bit the lower we go, because targets for a 4th wave are calculated based on the length of the 3rd wave. So obviously the longer the 3rd wave goes, the lower eventually the 4th wave targets will go as well. So if I measure now the length of the 3rd, again, not saying it's over, but in a 4th wave, we have to expect the following targets. For example, the 23.6 FIB is the first target, 369. The 38.2 FIB is the ideal target. That is pretty much very close to the previous wave 4 high. So sometimes a wave 4 likes to end where the previous wave 4 ended. So that would be around 430. And the 50% FIB is sort of the maximum this wave 4 should do. If we break above that, it might indicate that an overall low has been made already, that we don't actually get this 4 and 5, that we've got this wave 4 hidden somewhere in here, even though it doesn't really look like it. I've got another possible count for that we could then use, which would actually be 1 down, 2 up, 3 down, 4 up, so that we've seen the wave 4 already, and all of this is a wave 5 to the downside, and the overall wave 2 would actually end here somewhere. Not my primary expectation, therefore just important to be strategic about it. You know, if anybody wants to get into Natgas, you know, maybe don't wait for the absolute lowest price. Start to scale in slowly. I started to scale in, I think last week, slowly. I never had a Natgas position. I've normally, you know, I'm coming from stock market, Forex and crypto, but I'm starting to get into Natgas a little bit because I think as soon as this starts, it's going to be interesting. But at the moment, because this is at the moment just catching the falling knife here, at the moment this can still drop further. So just because I start to scale in, don't think it starts to go up. No, it's just a position to start to scale in, not to miss out basically, but it's a small position and I'm happy to scale it up if we get confirmation that we are moving in a 4th wave. Okay, and that's my update about Natgas. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.